Hey everyone, this is Friedel Hakoreja Raven, and I'm back with my recap and review of Pose season number 2, episode number 6, which is titled Love is in Need of Love Today. And this was a very Pray Tell centric episode, and Billy Porter ended up giving very strong performances. The script demanded a lot of emotional vulnerability, and he gave that. He also gave us anger, sadness, so many emotions in one single episode. So the episode opened with Pray Tell emceeing a ballroom theme. I think the theme was Back to the Future or Into the Future, and the future was 2015. But yeah, it was fun. So while Pray Tell is trying to be all energetic, he doesn't feel well. He ends up getting dizzy and he falls, and everyone gathers around him. Blanca's there, and they're like, call the ambulance. So he wakes up at the hospital. Nurse Judy's there, Blanca's there, and the doctor's there. So turns out that because Braytel has started taking AZT, his body isn't reacting properly to the medication, and it's toxic. Like his body is filled with toxicity, and they need to flush that out. So of course, Braytel is angry at Blanca and Nurse Judy because these were the two women who ended up recommending that he take ACT. And yeah, he ends up being he also ends up being angry because the two women in his life are trying to coddle him like a baby, that Bray, you'll be all right. And Braytel is like, don't treat me like a child. I am allowed to be angry, I'm allowed to be frustrated, so I want you to leave. And Blanca, yeah, they have to leave. Blanca is understanding of Braytel, even though it hurts her to leave him. She does. So over at the salon, Blanca is trying to raise money for the AIDS charity event or the cabaret event, and Frederica enters, and Frederica isn't happy about Blanca using the salon to promote AIDS, and she is like, if you promote such stuff, you're going to be shut down. And Blanca is like, my community stays together, I'm going to promote it. And she's also like, what do you know about queer people? And Frederica comes in with how her hairdresser was gay and he ended up dying due to AIDS. And then one of her cousins died, and she does feel for the queer community, and she also offers money to Blanca, but then she takes it away and she's like, I'll come to the event and I'll pay you there. So at the hospital, Prey is sent to another room, and there's another queer guy there. And this was a very weird interaction. It also felt very realistic because Prey was trying to start a conversation with this new person, and he called him queen. And the new person was like, I'm nothing like you. I'm an educated person. I'm no queen. So it kind of showed the discrimination that queer people find themselves facing from their own community. They can be discriminated because of their color. They can be discriminated because of their education, their economic standing, their body types. So yeah, it's real. It's still here. So Bray wakes up at night because the new person is coughing, and turns out that he's had a heart attack. And Praytel is trying to make sense of it all. And the doctors come in, the nurse come in, and Praytel is like, "You're killing him. You're hurting him because of the drugs." And he ends up getting a shot to sleep. And then when he wakes up, he's surrounded by flowers, and he reads the card, and it's a card by Candy because Candy wants him to die already. And Miss Angelica Ross is back, and I'm like, Candy, can't we get rid of you? Didn't you just die 2 episodes ago? But you know what? I'm kind of okay with Miss Angelica Ross making cameo appearances like that. She'll also have this new show. She's starring in the upcoming American Horror Story TV series, so that will be fun. But yeah, Angelica is like not Angelica. Candy is like, Pray, you need to die. I'm in heaven. You can make it all easy for you. And Pray is like, I'll defeat it. I've gone through the situation. And Angelica like throws a lot of truth bombs about how you haven't experienced this ailment like other people who have died have. You have just been by their bedside. You haven't had to deal with your continuously decreasing immune system, and it's going to get worse. And she hands Prey these pills. But yeah, Prey is like, no, I'm not going anywhere, and he drops the pills away. So then he wakes up, and this time he hears this humming, and it turns out it's his stepfather. And this ends up being very weird, very unfortunate, because it turns out that Prey was sexually molested by his stepfather when he was only 12 years old. And oh no, yeah, very devastating story point there. And then he again wakes up, and this time it's his boyfriend who died. And he wakes Prey up, and he's like, Prey, everyone is waiting for you. You need to give a performance. And then we see Prey yeah, the outfit works. And then he goes and he sings to people who have the same ailment as he does. And it's a good performance. It's an amazing performance because it's by Billy Porter. And then it turns out that he was hallucinating, and Nurse Judy's there. It's morning, and Nurse Judy like walks him back into his room. So Blanca is trying to put the charity event together, and the kids are causing a ruckus because Angel has booked a new modeling campaign, and Blanca comes in and she's like, Angel, I'm happy for you, but I'm also stressed. And Angel understands where Blanca is coming from. She asks Papi and Damon to leave the room. So she sits with Blanca, and she's like, Blanca, you're doing too much. You're preparing the event, you're working, you're also being a mother, and I want you to rest. And it turns out that Blanca is feeling guilty because she's blaming herself for Prey's current condition. And Angel's like, Blanca, you need to stop. You need to stop thinking like that, because no one can make Prey do anything he doesn't want to do. And you came and you wanted him to start taking the medications, and your motive was out of love. You didn't do anything wrong, so stop blaming yourself. So at the charity event, Nurse Judy is all dressed up because she's going to give a performance, and Prey still hasn't gotten out of bed, even though he can. So Blanca goes in, and she tells Prey that you need to wake up, and Prey tells her that no, I'm not feeling it. And Blanca is like, F you, Prey. It's an awesome conversation which shows that these two love each other. These two are family, even though they can throw a little shade at each other. So Nurse Judy sings a song, and the backup vocals are by Damon, Ricky, and Lulu. It's a good performance. Then Frederica comes in, and she's like, I wanted to be an actress. I even took ballet lessons, dance lessons, singing lessons, but it turns out that I was more of an entrepreneur, and that I can still be like Elizabeth Taylor when it comes to charity. So she hands Blanca a bill, and Blanca just snatches it away from her. And then Frederica, the legendary Patti LuPone, ends up giving a performance, and the song is like, I'm Still Here, and it's an awesome performance. And after the performance, she compliments Blanca about putting the event together, and that she needs to make a few calls. And you all, Frederica is up to her evil stuff, and it turns out that she's just stalling so that her son can close up Blanca's salon. And I'm like, Frederica, you evil woman. So then Electra comes in with Electra comes in to hurt everyone's earbuds, but the kids in her house are supportive of her, and her song finally ends. And then it's Blanca's turn, and Blanca first gives a speech about how the first letter in HIV stands for human, and no one should forget that. And then she sings this beautiful song, and Prey comes in, and Prey joins her, and everyone applauses when they're done. And Frederica again compliments Blanca, but you know that she's stalling for time because her son needs like 1 or 2 hours more. And Blanca is like, and she invites Blanca to lunch for food so that they can talk over business and other things. And Blanca finds out after spending time with Frederica, she finds out that her salon is closed, and Blanca, she's out for revenge. So at the house, we see that Blanca is taking care of Preytail's diet, and it's also revealed that Blanca has filed a court case against Frederica, and that she's planning to protest so that her case file can move forward. And yeah, her house does come out for protest. We have Damon, we have Angel, we have Braytel, we have Blanca, but it's not enough. It's not gaining a lot of attention. But Braytel ended up spreading the news about Blanca's protest, and everyone in the community comes in to join her. So it's like more than 40 or 50 people. That's sure to get the news's attention. And even Electra is there because, yeah, Electra wants to be on TV. So while they're protesting, Frederica's car drives away, and Frederica is like, yeah, I'm in trouble. And so it'll be interesting to see if Blanca is able to win the court case or not. Or maybe Frederica will give the salon back to her. So at Braytel's residence, he's still hallucinating about Candy, and I was like, Candy, you should have you couldn't get a change of outfits. But anyway, Candy is like, Prey, I'm going to continue to haunt you. And Prey is like, yeah, you do that. I'm not going away. I still have a lot of life to live. Now, as far as my opinion goes, I do think that a character should die. One of the main characters needs to die this season. That's just my opinion. Let's see what happens. And then the episode ends with the quote, "It is necessary to constantly remind ourselves that we are not an abomination." It's by Marlon Riggs, who lived from 1957 to 1994. And then this episode caused a bit of controversy because an actor by the name of Blake McIver, he was a child actor. You might remember him from Little Rascals. He ended up trying to make a joke. So he was like, suppose it's just Glee with a viral load now. And yeah, his sense of humor didn't go over well, and people actually came in and they called him out on his so-called rumor. And now Blake McIver has deleted all his social media accounts, and I'm like, Blake, really? That was the only joke you could think of. And even if you had thought of that, and even if you thought that this was funny, why would you tweet it? But yeah, maybe Blake will learn from this experience that not every joke and not every opinion should be tweeted. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about the episode down in the comment section below. And until next time, stay happy, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll see you guys later.